I'm Julie Cole, she, her, and I nominated United Way. I've given my time, treasures, and talents to United Way for years and years and years because of the kind of work they do with the organization and the issues that are closest to my heart. I'm currently a member of Women United, and I'd love for some of you here to join us with Women United, and there's a few more of us back there, so come talk to me about that afterwards. But here is Jamie kicking me off so she can do most of the talking.
That's it. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you to all the change makers in the room for having us. My name is Jamie Galipeau, she, her, and I'm the Director of Resource Development with United Way Halton and Hamilton. I've already scrapped my presentation for the night, so we're going by the seat of our pants here. So I've got some notes, but some things I want you to know about United Way Halton and Hamilton is that we are the second largest funder of social services next to government, right here in your local community. Last year we raised outstanding $12.5 million for this very community, which provided support to 61 agencies and over 117 programs. So to say that we're the backbone in this community, thanks to donors like yourselves and groups like yourselves, that's the truth. This community needs us. We provide funding, but we also build capacity. We influence systems and policies to mobilize systemic change. And we work together to measure and evaluate our local communities to make sure that the impact is real and that we are addressing real needs in our community. In a community of approximately 1 million people, United Way Halton and Hamilton supported 220,000 individuals in this community. So a quarter of the population in Halton and Hamilton used a United Way funded program last year. Our mission is to improve lives, build community, and ignite action. And that's our policy this year. Our slogan this year is United in Action, so hopefully we can do that here tonight. We believe in building a strong, empowered community without barriers where everyone can thrive. No questions asked, no barriers to access, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what that looks like in just a minute. So a gift of $10,000 here tonight would make a world of difference to our community. But this year we have what's called the Local Love Community Match. So every gift that comes to us, whether it comes from a group of individuals like yourselves or an individual donor or a corporation or from a special event, it will be matched at 25%. So a gift of $10,000 here tonight would actually be $12,500. So we could make a big impact here tonight all together, but to say that a beautiful donation of that size would create hope to provide our community with the much needed wraparound supports that funding would take care of. But here we go. If I were to tell you that your donations look like me, you probably wouldn't believe it, right? Probably because I don't look like I slept in my car. I don't look like I've missed too many meals. I don't look like I'm strung out on anything. But if we were to go back in about 9 years of time, my son developed a social anxiety and separation disorder overnight. I worked in the social sector, and being a parent, I thought I knew how to fix him because that's our job, right? Well, I was failing miserably. I had gone to family doctors. I had gone through my EAP. I had paid $400 an hour for social workers, psychologists, psychiatrists, you name it. But it didn't matter how much money I had in the bank. It didn't matter what street I lived on. It didn't matter who my social network was or what job I held. I couldn't fix him. And it was breaking my heart. I would drop him off at school every day, and they would call me within an hour of being there. And they would say, we don't have the supports to help him here today. So I'd have to go to my boss. I worked in the social sector. I worked at an agency that was funded by United Way at the time. And I'd say, I have to go home. And I'd spend my days talking him through thoughts of self-harm, eating meals with him because he developed an eating disorder, and talking him through thoughts of things that were gonna drastically happen to other members of our family. If he went to the bathroom, I had to go with him. If I went to the bathroom, he had to come with me. He slept in my bed every night. He had to call me if I went to the grocery store. To say we were inseparable for about 1.5 years before I could access the service that changed our lives is an understatement. So as I spent my days with Cooper, I still had to work. I still had to hold down a job. I was a single mom with 2 kids. At this point, I had been struggling with all different aspects of my life. I had used a food bank right here in Burlington. I had used before and after school programming right here in Burlington. And now I was about to use my 3rd support. If you don't know what 211 is, it's like 911 but for social assistance. So when your house is on fire, you call 911, and when your life is on fire, you call 211. And those are programs that are supported by United Ways across the country. So I did just that. At 2 in the morning, while Cooper slept in the bed next to me and I was working away on my laptop, I called 211. The lady's name, I have no idea. But her voice is something I will never forget. As she listened to me cry for an hour, because that's what I did best. This story's hard to tell some days. Today's a tough day. So as she listened to me cry for about an hour, she said to me, there's a program that you need to try, and it's right in your local community. You can go tomorrow, they have a walk-in program. So I hung up the phone and I thought, what have I got to lose? Until that little body stirred next to me and I realized everything. I have everything to lose. So that next day we went down to that agency, and when we'll call her, Lisa walked through the door, and Cooper and Lisa met eyes. I knew instantly something was different. Now, nobody ever asked me how much I made. Nobody ever asked me, oh shoot, I got a minute left. So let's flash forward 6 months down the road. We were going 3 days a week because Cooper was under the age of 18 and had thoughts of self-harm. He turns to me and he says, you can go now. I hadn't gone to the bathroom alone, I hadn't slept alone, and I haven't worked a full week of work in about 1.5 years at that point. I said, I can, and he said, yeah, they have red hands here, and he pointed to the United Way logo above the table. He'd been brainwashed a little because that was our world, but instantly he made it clear what those hands mean. It means hope, it means safety, and it means security to many people in our community right here in Burlington, and that's what it meant to me. So when you see those hands, know that you're providing hope. Know that a gift to United Way Halton and Hamilton would provide hope to 220,000 people in the community. And when you vote tonight, I hope you hear thank you 220,000 times for people like me and Cooper, because you saved our lives. So thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. We just took the speed version, if anybody wants to know. That was him now at 18. Didn't think we'd get here, didn't think we'd make it, going to Mohawk, living his best life, and I didn't think we'd be here, so here we are.